You thought we were going to go an entire show without talking about Julio Jones? You really thought that? Ha!
Come
Joke's
on
you. All right. So the Niners clearly have interest. Obviously, they would have to. Julio Jones has said he'd like to come. I think, at least indicated. How would this even work? Can the Niners pull this off?
I think so. So for me, tying into the last topic of the cornerback, I just don't think that the 49ers can be done at this point. And if you're not going to add a couple of small pieces to the equation, like a veteran cornerback or another edge rusher, then take the big swing. Go for Julio. Get it done. Because let's be honest, we are in one of, if not the most competitive divisions in football. So you need to do everything possible. And if you're saying that, hey, this is the year that Jimmy's going to get it done for us, well, let's build that supporting cast to make it happen. So what is it going to take to get the Julio deal done? I don't believe the first rounder nonsense, Grant. I feel like when it's your own team putting out the news stories, that's like your best buddy telling you about, the hot person, the hot girl that he just went out. Like, you believe him kind of, but he's exaggerating a little bit. Yeah. He's playing. There's a little hyperbole in
You're
there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She sounds great. Yeah.
Supermodel. Oh, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Can't wait to meet her. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously. Yeah. Obviously. So if the Falcons are putting out that they got the offer of the one, I don't believe that. If they got the offer for the one, they're taking it. That's right.
Take it. What are you waiting for?
That deal would have already been published if they had gotten an offer for a one. So I don't believe that. So I think that the 49ers are in a position where now we're talking seconds, and we've got seconds. We don't have first. We have seconds. So you have to throw in 2022 second round pick. That's a must. That's your starting point. But then I think you're going to need another second. I think that's what it's going to take to get this deal done. A conditional second in 2023. And I think it's a low conditional. I don't think you can make the Falcons pay any of his salary. You got to pay the entirety of it yourself. 2-2s, conditional on, say, Julio playing 12 games, something like that. That to me is what it's going to take to get the deal done. Then you still got to fit it. I mean, we could talk about fitting it into the cap after that. But to me, that's you got to go for it, John. You got to sell that package. Do you think that gets it done? Do you think 2-2s is enough?
It might. I'm not sure. It might get close to it. You might have to do 2-2s and like a fifth or something. I don't know, because maybe other teams would be amenable to offering that as well. But let me ask the people of the chat, the good people of the chat, what do you think? Would you be okay with offering 2-2s for Julio Jones? What do you think? Let's get a little informal poll. See what they say.
Little crowdsourcing.
Little crowdsourcing. What do you guys think? 2-2s? Because if 49er fans are uncomfortable with it, that means it's a decent offer. If Niner fans are like, yeah, do it, then that probably means that it won't be enough. So let's see. We're seeing no, yes, no way, yeah, would be okay. So a lot of no's makes me feel like this might actually be something that the Falcons would bite at. I'm seeing a lot of boos, no.
That's good.
I think that's good, because as soon as the Niners do it, Niner fans are going to be like, yeah, we got Julio Jones.
That's right.
Screw those picks.
And the other thing is, I mean, we do have to consider that maybe the Falcons want back talent, and the 49ers do have talent. I just can't pick out a player. I'd be interested in the chat. People throw out Eric Armstead. I mean,
Let me just say one thing, though.
Yeah.
Before I leave my mind. The one concern with this whole thing is you have the picks, you have the money. But at a certain point, if you get this guy, it's kind of like you're tapped out in both of them. Now you've traded all your 2s and your 1s. So you basically forget draft picks for the next 2 years, forget them. And then all your cap space is tied up in, the guys you got. So how do you resign? How do you rebuild a secondary if it's old and free agent and they leave? It'd be tough. That's what people are paid to do, but it'd be tough.
Real tough. Things get tight because in order to fit him under the cap this year, you have to convert some salary into signing bonus. And all that does is literally take the money from this year's cap and kick it down the road and spread it out over how many years you decide to spread it out over. The one I suggest is Jimmy Ward, because I feel like he's had 2 relatively healthy seasons in a row. He's a team player, and he only has 1 year left on his deal. So you take his $10 million salary this year, you turn it into a signing bonus. He now gets the minimum this year, but that $5 million gets pushed over to next year's cap. but you're just kicking the can down the road. Now you're talking about a 2022 cash strapped team who only has 35 players signed at this point, almost no one in the secondary. So you're right. You're running out of options. And so I do think that
you can trade players. I mean, so
you can.
You have to end up trading players. You have to pick some. It wouldn't have to be Bosa. It could be Bosa. It wouldn't have to be Debo. It could be Debo. There's options, but you'd have to start offloading people and getting some picks back and getting young talent.
You do.
Yeah.
And that's
easy enough. Easy enough.
I wouldn't include any of the talent in the trade to Atlanta. I like a lot of and maybe that's because I'm a homer and I like all our players, but I wouldn't try to include anyone. And I don't think that there's the value in Eric Armstead that other people believe. And it's a huge salary. And that's exactly what Atlanta is trying to get rid of is salary. So they're not going to take back a big salary for this year. They need to get money off the books.
Yeah. Well, Parag, John, if you were wondering, we just laid it out for you. If you really want to get it done, that's what's going to take. That's what it's probably going to take. And even then, might not be enough. You might have to throw in me into the deal. I was reading my YouTube comments yesterday. Someone said trade Grant coming for Julio Jones, and it got like 160 likes. I was like, you guys think that highly of me? I'm worth a late one? Jeez.
I applaud you for going into those YouTube comments, dude. That's a rabbit hole to go down, my friend. I've looked through my own, and I mean, they're crushing. You know, my modeling career is dead after this. They've ruined my self-esteem about my ability to just go out as a beautiful man and earn dollars as a top model. That dream is crushed now, and I'm devastated, Grant. I'm devastated.
I'm sure you're much better looking than the people who say that about you. I find you to be just a terrifically handsome man. I don't know what they're talking about.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
I greatly appreciate that.